Howdy, Edward here. More geek than gay. And it's the relaunch, which we're starting from the bottom up. We're scratching our way back to the top, and we're gonna make it to the top this next year. Well, not the top, because you know NPR pretty much has that locked away and stuff like that. But we're gonna scratch our way to the lower middle. That's my goal. It also was my birthday yesterday, December 3rd, in case any of you are keeping track. And I am now 45, which we have decided, well, a friend of mine said, oh, you're still a baby. And I'm like going, well, I'm a baby for an ent. And I've decided I'm a baby ent, which explains why my bark is so smooth. For bark, this is pretty damn good looking. Anyway, let's attack the show. Welcome to More Geek Than Gay. Cue music.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Wiggly woggly, tiny whiny stuff.
Howdy! Hi! See, driving somewhere again, but this time not endangering my life or those of others, because I'm not the one who's driving. Joseph is. Say hi, Joseph.
Hello.
So, we're off to get my birthday breakfast from Bitsy Mamas. They're offering me birthday breakfast. So, yay! There's something happening on my birthday. And it involves pancakes, so that's a good thing. So, I guess like maybe should talk about the week, but well my week's pretty much all been done.
Yeah. That's Edward.
Oh yeah, I'm Edward. Hi, and that's Joseph.
Hello.
Hello. We don't have a Karen with us because she sleeps during the day. She's like one of those sparkly vampires.
No.
What? She's got glitter all over her body, and she sleeps during the day.
All right.
She's a sparkly vampire. She is going to hurt me so bad when she hears me compare her to Twilight.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, no.
But can't argue.
True.
Yeah. And then you catch her during the daylight, and there's leftover glitter all over her. Sparkle. But yeah, my week's been pretty much caught up on for the most part, other than like, you know, I've been working, and now today's my birthday. As of 4:51 a.m. I believe.
I was gonna ask, do you know when you were born?
It's 4 something or other. I think 4:51.
So you're a morning baby?
I'm a morning baby.
Which is weird because you're not a morning person.
I am not a morning person. I was born during the hour of the tiger. I don't know. It's a Chinese thing. The hour is a big deal, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. And somewhere I also have a Vedic chart. The hour is really big on that too, but I don't remember all the details on that. And even that one's like really iffy because, you know, sometimes nurses take a while before they walk over to write down the day of birth or the hour of birth. Yeah. I mean, maybe not so much now, but they used
Back
to.
then.
Yeah.
Back then, when it was 45 years ago.
45 years ago. My last album
No.
Well, not my last album, but let's be realistic. My last record birthday, because I've done 16, I've done 33 and a third, now it's 45. My next record birthday is 78, when I'm basically brittle and made out of clay. So that's going to be fun. But probably not going to be a podcast happening on that birthday. Probably just going to be a respirator and an iron lung. Can you do a respirator and an iron lung? Or is that just redundant?
Redundant.
Okay. That's how bad it's going to be. I'm going to need both. So what's been going on with your week? You got a trip coming up.
I am going out of town. But I really shouldn't be talking while driving. I'm not like you.
Really? You talk all the time when you're driving.
No, you talk. I just go, uh-huh.
You talk all the time while driving. He's got a trip out of town with world famous author Gini Koch. Oh. Make way, make way.
You know, she gets mad when we do that.
I know, that's what makes it fun.
Let's see, we're leaving on Friday, driving to San Diego.
Oh, San Diego, I thought it was LA.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
She has a book signing on Saturday, December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day, at Mysterious Galaxy. And then on Sunday,
Too soon?
on December 8th, we are driving up to Redondo Beach, LA area. And she has a book signing there on Sunday, December 8th. And then we have some meetings and things to do on Monday and Tuesday. So I won't be back until Wednesday. I leave on Friday, come back on Wednesday.
Wow, I didn't realize it was going to be that. I thought it was just like a little weekend, Sean.
No. And and today also, her book comes out. Her latest novel of the Alien series comes out today.
Ta-da-da,
So
maybe,
that's why we're doing book signings.
maybe Bethany would have been a better choice.
Well,
Well,
you're going to
we're
still
almost
hit it,
past it.
Bethany,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of the fact this is 19th Avenue and they're working on the light rail.
Construction.
Yeah, and we're like, what, 3 blocks from the light that just turned green?
Yeah.
It gets down to 1 lane.
Yeah, it's fun. But,
So I'm doing that this weekend. What else has been going on? Things at Joshua Tree are going well. We had a great Thanksgiving dinner, which you already mentioned.
Did I? Oh,
Thanksgiving lunch that you mentioned.
yeah, I didn't forget something. Ooh, liquor.
Yes.
Sorry. I don't normally get excited about liquor, but hey, there you go, liquor.
Well, you've been drinking a lot lately, so.
I have not been drinking a lot lately. Like 1 little drink a week.
A week. So anyways, this Saturday had a good time. This Saturday,
It averages to a week,
yeah,
if that many.
and Lord help us if Kim comes over.
I still only have 1. Hi, Kim. We love you, you lush.
We miss you. It's been 3 weeks.
It has. She actually asked this weekend, and I forgot to respond back saying, "Oh yeah, sure, come on over." So that's kind of my fault.
So, Saturday was Aunt Rita's Foundation Red Brunch, and Aunt Rita's is the organization that does 3 big events, Red Brunch being the first one of them. The other one is going to be a casino night to help raise money. They are an HIV/AIDS organization. They are also the organization that puts together AIDS Walk Phoenix. So they have 18 agencies that they give out grants for, and that's on one of them is Joshua Tree Feeding Program, which you guys know that I'm a part of. And now the chairman, I don't think Edward said that. I am now the chairman of Joshua Tree.
Chairman.
I got voted in back in September as the chairman. So me and most of the board, or the board and I, most of the board and I were there at this function. They had panels from the AIDS quilt. I don't know if everybody remembers that. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, people would make quilts of those who passed away of AIDS-related symptoms.
Do people still add to it?
No, they closed it, I think, in 2004 or 2005 because it was just so big.
It's huge.
But they had some panels.
You must be so warm underneath that thing.
Oh, gosh. They had some panels. While I like the idea of it, it's very depressing to see it. Because, you know, all that's left of a person's life is a 4x6 quilt.
I thought it was supposed to be square.
Well, whatever.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't know the sizes, but... So, it was a good event. I talked to one of the people from Aunt Rita's. She was wondering what my thoughts were, and I told her it was good. It ran smoothly. It ran quickly. You didn't know that 3 hours, well, almost 4 hours was gone. And Joshua Tree, as well as 17 other agencies that deal with the HIV/AIDS community, we got our grants. And
yay, money!
Yeah.
Money.
This grant is 22% of our budget.
Oh.
And I won't tell you specifically the amount, but they handed out $180,000 to 18 agencies, so that's how I'll say it.
Divide. Use division.
Exactly. There you go, Mickey. There's your map. So I had a good time. It was nice. I was thoroughly tired when I got home. I was hungry still because, you know, it is a full uppity brunch, so I was not full at all.
Feed people more. If you're doing a brunch.
It was good, don't get me wrong. The food was good. It was like a mushroom, bell pepper quiche. So it was good, but it was just like, oh, I need more. Then Saturday night, I got stuck in the bedroom for all night because it was the big ASU U of A game.
Everyone's only made a noise and we thought maybe he was injured.
I was very happy. I started yelling and then having a coughing fit, so I decided against yelling. So I just went on Twitter and just blasted the heck out of the game. ASU won, so now they will be going against Stanford this upcoming Saturday against, well, they're going this coming Saturday for the Pac-12 championship game. So unfortunately, I won't be around the television because I'll be at Gini's book signing in San Diego, but I will be on Twitter, on my phone, and checking it out.
Remember when there was only a Pac-10?
I remember when there was just a Pac-8.
There was only a Pac-8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention.
That was before they let U of A and ASU in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Who was that big coach that we had for a long time?
Frank Kush.
Kush, yeah. But
They named the field after him.
Yes.
Kush Field.
Kush Field. Because I was like, wait, no, there was like a huge name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with anything. That's
just, yeah, but still.
sports. That's
I
what
know.
that is. I know. We jumped ahead of a topic. I have a bumper for that.
So that was roughly what I've been doing. As you can see, I've lost a lot of weight. I'm down to 160, 34-inch waist. Not a 33 because I wore 33-inch waist pants yesterday and they were just too tight. But I'm down to a 34.
I'm not so fat as all ever.
Yeah. And that's what's been going on with me. And what else? That's it. That's my week.
And Karen, who isn't here, Karen went to Las Vegas to visit friends of hers that are also, like, I know them, Norm and Sean. We used to all live together in the apartment.
Apartment complex.
Yes.
That made it sound like it was one big apartment.
Oh, yeah. Well, I meant apartments. And he's one of the reasons why I now know what high heels sound like when people run at 4 o'clock in the morning on the upper sidewalk of an apartment complex. They sound loud.
Yes.
They sound very loud. They sound like the building's falling apart. Especially when followed up with, "No! You gotta run like this!" Ugh. days. So that, I guess, kind of catches us up with everything.
Correct.
And the roommate that dare not speak his name is working, and Kim is drinking and working, and the cats are all catifying, and the kitten is working so hard. Her days are so tiring. But I guess that takes care of catching up, and now I guess on to like a subject.
TV. Ooh. Emergency vehicle. And so, oh, I think I just took I think I was just actually shooting the ceiling of the car. But, so, okay, I've talked about TV stuff a little bit. But you haven't had a chance to talk about TV stuff.
No.
So
I haven't been on this since the move.
I know. So what's your thoughts of American Horror Story Coven?
I like it. I do. It wasn't until I listened to your latest one when you were talking about it that has me apprehensive of, oh no, they're going to go in all these multiple storylines.
Like they did last year.
Yes.
It just kind of feels like maybe they haven't, that they're just about ready to launch into like a whole bunch of different things.
The thing that I keep on forgetting, and we don't watch it often. I mean, honestly, we don't, because
we have it all recorded.
We're
just
on the
way
DVR.
behind.
Because of the fact that we have so much stuff in the living room television, the living room DVR, that I had to put it in the back in our bedroom. So we're not all, when usually I wake up early enough, but I can't turn on the TV because I don't want to wake up Edward and I don't want to wake up Archie, because every little sound wakes up Archie no matter where I'm at in the place. Oh, excuse me.
Seems to happen less at the new place though.
Yeah, I don't know. He complained last week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, fine.
So anyways, so I don't turn on the TV. Edward wakes up, finally, around 8:30, and he gets up and he feeds the cats and he does the litters and stuff like that, and by that time I've already been up 3-4 hours.
Okay, really quick. Doesn't the taillight on that Land Rover ahead of us look like it actually should be thinking about taking over the world with its evil machinations or something?
No.
The one up there.
Oh, the one up there. I was looking at.
Yeah. It has like a Cyclops eye.
Well, that's because the spare's supposed to go there, and you can see over the spare.
Okay. It's just weird.
It's the third eye, but they had to move it up.
But it looks vaguely evil.
Yeah.
But okay, sorry.
So anyways, because of the fact that we don't watch American Horror Story often, I forget that basically at least once in every episode there is a very graphic sex scene, and that surprises the hell out of me all of the time. I'm like, whoa, oh my gosh, what the heck?
My big issue with it is just I find it to be gratuitous. That's my big thing with the sex scenes, because I'm not a big I don't find problems with like nudity. I think that nudity should be more permissible.
In the storyline.
Well, and it should be more permissible than violence.
Yes.
Okay, and so I'm all but we got to the third episode.
Well, we've seen 3?
We've seen 3 now.
Okay.
Yeah. We got to see the first episode, and then we got to see where they put together Frank and Boyfriend.
Okay, yeah, and then now he's back together.
And now he's back together, and now he's killed his mother.
Yes.
Who, like, of course, was having sex with him because that's just
Ryan Murphy's bizarre brain.
You know what? Sadly, the moment that we were introduced to the mother, I knew that was the deal.
Really?
Yeah, because it's Ryan Murphy's brain. I knew that's where he would have to go with it. That he was going to have them, like, getting it on. Because people can't have normal relationships in his stuff. And then we also, but we got to where we got to see the Minotaur.
Yes.
And we got to watch Precious rubbing herself, which I found very disturbing. I thought was unnecessary. It's another moment I found unnecessary. I think you could have conveyed the exact same sentiment without actually watching her with her hand between her legs, rubbing on herself.
I didn't think that anything of that.
I found that one just
a little too much.
Yeah, and again, gratuitous. You could have conveyed it. I don't think we needed to see in the previous episode Frankenboyfriend naked. And see, there's the evil eye right there staring at us as we drive behind it. Don't pay attention to that. Well, it's temporary plates anyway. You're not going to be able to get anything out of it.
I think you're running out of battery.
No.
Oh, I thought I saw a red thing.
No. And see how there's no indication whether anything's happening here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very off-putting. But I don't think we needed to see his naked body, especially since they weren't going to show his naked body on TV. And they blurred it and even put like a black bar over it.
See, I don't remember that. I just were like, okay, he's naked.
Yeah, and you could have easily just had the girls walking in front of that area and it wouldn't have added or subtracted from the scene.
You could have done an Austin Powers and make sure that there's something was strategically placed so you couldn't see.
Yes, very much so. And hey, look, it's Bitsy Mama's.
Ah, there's a car there.
There's a car right there. They have tamales there.
Yes, $18 for a dozen.
Ooh, we even know the price of the tamales.
Trust me, I know. I usually get it every year. So we'll see you in Bitsy's.
Yeah, we have to walk.
And then I found out at Thanksgiving that my brother-in-law, Dom, he does all the makeup for the Day of the Dead. He does everyone's makeup, so you know those intros.
There will come a moment when they realize I've hit record.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. So we went to that big old festival downtown Phoenix. Mm-hmm. We went after work and we went down.
It may not be soon, though.
Yeah.
And I was like, y'all need to see this. This is amazing. So I used to see it in LA all the time.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, same thing. I used to go to Old Town San Diego and see it and stuff.
See it all. What
So,
are you doing?
anyways, this is our friend and one of the owners of Bitsy Mama's, Lulu.
Hi guys, how's it going?
We're recording
And-
the podcast.
Oh, I didn't
And
know.
also, okay, stand next to each
I
other.
don't have my face on or nothing.
And, okay, look at their eyes and their nose. And they wonder how I was able to figure out that they were related even though they didn't know.
That's right.
But this is half of the mavenry of Bitsy Mamas.
Yes. I
Yes.
think half it is. Yes, only
Yes.
half. Please.
Yeah, because Chris is...
I might be full figure, but I'm only half.
Because Chris isn't here. The
That's
other half
right,
of the
the other
mavenry.
half.
And I don't think mavenry is the word I wanted.
No,
I'm not even
you
sure if mavenry is really a word.
So, tell us about Bitsy's.
Well, we've been here for 41 years. We're in downtown historical Glendale. We're the heart of historical Glendale. And we got it in '09, Chris and I, and we've been having so much fun with it. Mm-hmm. So we enjoy good food, as you notice. And
No, I can't do that
you
since I
can't
lost
do
all the
that
weight.
anymore.
I can't do
I
that
have to
anymore.
put some more meat on this boy's body. But we're known for our Mexican food, for authentic Mexican food. So everything's made
Sonoran
from scratch.
style.
Yes.
Which is what I like.
That's right.
Yes.
So right now everybody's getting for the holiday season, and we're getting ready for tamale seasons for us.
And this is the one that I was saying that I was surprised we weren't hearing her in the background because she's loud.
Just a little.
Just a little.
It's hard being popular, you know.
I know.
You know how it is.
Well, when you're as cute as you are.
Oh, just love her. So cute. That's why we look alike. But yeah, so we've just been here having a good time. We have a banquet room. We do caterings in and out house. So
Yeah, I had 2 of my birthday parties here.
yes, a big 4-0 one.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was
my
a
God.
fun one.
Oh my gosh.
That was a great one.
I was so drunk on that one.
We're just a little
You know-
happy.
And right there on that corner from Bitsy Mamas is Drawn to Comics. Yay, Drawn to Comics. With Ken.
Ken. Hello, Ken.
Hi, Ken. And so now we are driving on our way back. Well, I'm not driving, so it's not... Driving is not really a we endeavor. It's actually more of a one-person thing. But Joseph is driving us back home. And I am filled with the joy that is breakfast, and Joseph is full.
Yes.
Yeah, and he as we were discussing, he's not overstuffed or understuffed, and
I'm
then
pleasantly happy.
yeah, and then we had to discuss whether or not understuffed is an option, and I concluded that really it's only an option if you're a teddy bear or something like that, and you need a little bit more fill. But you know, we left off on the American Horror Story.
Yes.
Here's the trick. Okay, we got into episode 3. They killed off the actress who looks like she was in line to possibly be the next Supreme.
Yes.
To take the place of Jessica Lange's Supreme. And I knew she was going to kill off the actress girl a mile away. The moment that the actress girl was acting like a Supreme and it was affecting Jessica Lange's powers negatively, I knew, oh, well, this girl ain't long for this world, because if you're not going to be willing to kill off your the people who are your rival, then why even bother looking for immortality? Which is kind of what she's looking for. So this wasn't a case of they over-telegraphed it, it's just a case of, like, let's use simple character logic here. But here's a question that came up on AfterBuzz. AfterBuzz TV, they were talking about it, which I listened to a couple of other little things. And they brought it up as a question, and I didn't even think it was a question. What's the name of her daughter?
I don't know.
She has like a funky name, like Karoliniki or something like that.
Don't know.
It's not a common
I don't know
name.
the names yet. It's only been the 3rd episode.
Yeah. But the one who plays her daughter, didn't Jessica Lange's character make a point of commenting that her daughter could have been the next Supreme?
Yes.
So her daughter should have, like, actually quite an array of abilities herself, right?
Yeah, but remember when... I'm getting the impression that her daughter decided to marry a muggle, lack of a better term.
Okay.
Because when they were trying to have the baby, he's like, well, you could use your magic, and she didn't want to do that because she gave it up for him.
And that is something that they mentioned also. And the reason why they brought it up as a question mark is because they also made a point of, when talking about Supremes, about talking about how it usually is something that at best skips a generation.
Yeah.
So they were wondering whether or not she could be the Supreme, or maybe if it's her daughter that would be the Supreme. And actually they brought up another thing, which I thought, okay, the daughter character is having difficulty conceiving. There's apparently some sort of problem. And they started going off on all that story. But they in passing made a comment about how, like, well, we don't know anything, there's not many men in this story. We don't really know anything about her father or anything like that.
No, there isn't. The father was probably a one-night stand, because remember this last episode, Jessica Lange's character was talking about how she could just go to a bar, pick somebody out, and by the end of the night, you know, they're having sex. But she can't do that anymore because she's gone past her prime.
Right. But here's the thing that got me, and I mean, we're only on the 3rd episode, so there's a good chance that any theories we have already been thoroughly disproven by now. But
it is Ryan Murphy.
What if the daughter, Jessica Lange's daughter, what if there was no father? What if she was conceived by magic? And that's really the reason why she can't have a baby. Because she's not real. Yeah, she's not a biological person. Because there is no father figure to speak of anywhere. And I kind of get the impression that there are supposed to be parallels. They keep on talking about, you know, she's guilty of her mother's sins according to the voodoo woman. So we're supposed to always be linking back to her mother through her. Well, what if her mother had difficulties with having a child also? What if that parallel existed? And her mother being a little bit less scrupulous.
I think that's just over-analytical. You're over-analyzing. I don't think it's going to be like that.
I doubt it's going to be like that, but at the same time, I think that would have been a fascinating way to go, to build up to that. But I also think that it's something that they're going to bring to a head much earlier, because I don't think that's going to be the storyline. And we haven't really gotten to the point where there's really much going on with the Voodoo Queen stuff.
No, but I'm finding out that I really like Angela Bassett's character better than Kathy Bates, but yet I adore Kathy Bates. But I'm not liking her character yet.
Her character isn't sucking me in. It just doesn't seem juicy enough. And is her character a witch, or is her character just a murderess?
No, she's a witch.
See, that's what I thought. But they were saying that she was just a human who was a murderess.
No, she's a witch.
But that's what I thought she was. Yeah.
Don't you remember the prologue when it was the 1800s?
Right.
She would take the black slaves and do things to them.
But was she doing that just because she was a sick, twisted individual? Or was she doing that as part of witchcraft?
Yes.
And the reason why they brought it up is because it seems like the witches are able to smell each other.
Yes. That's always been folklore.
But
from years and centuries.
Kathy Bates' character had to ask, "Are you a witch?" She couldn't just sense and smell that.
Well, she was buried for over 200 years.
Good point. She probably has plenty of her own smell that she have to get past.
Or the smell of dirt.
Yeah. And now, here's the other thing that I noticed a bit, but I thought, well, maybe I'm just being negative on Ryan Murphy, basically, and how he handles things. Because I feel the same way on how he handles things on Glee. Do you think this show's a little racist?
No.
So, okay, and so you think the racism that occurs in it is par for the story?
Correct. As well as the region.
Okay. And that actually did come up with me. I was like, oh, well, you know, it is Louisiana, and they are a little different there.
You've never been there, so you don't know how they are. And they still say boy, and...
Because they just, like, they found it interesting that Angela Bassett's character seems to have an endless amount of references to fried chicken, and she runs a hair salon where she does weaves, and it's basically every cliche you can think of. But at the same time, well, yeah, I could see that being an actual thing in Louisiana, because, I mean, there are people like that, and regions and all that.
Yeah, did you ever see Beauty Shop, the movie?
True, but
and to be very stereotypical, it takes hours to do a black woman's hair.
It does.
It takes hours, and they always come out great because it takes so long. But at the same time, it's not one of like how when you got your haircut yesterday, we were done within a half hour.
Well, and it's also partially because they tend to doing so many intricate things.
Yes.
Women who go with more of a natural look tend to not take as long. But that is not necessarily a big part of the hair salon culture.
Where you sit and gossip and talk.
Right. And then you're going to get your weaves, you're going to get your beads, you're going to get your braids, you're going to get your relaxer, you're going to get, you know, you got all that stuff that goes on. There's like 17 chemicals that have to go on just to make it like look like the good hair. Which I have issues with the good hair, but that's a whole other story. Okay, that's kind of where I was, because I was like trying to figure out, is this racist or is this just the region?
It's the region.
A fairly accurate representation of the region.
It's the region.
Okay. And that's a come I've been kind of hush-hush about how kind of racist it seemed, because it also seemed like, well, this could be just where they're at. But when they brought up the question, I was like, okay, maybe it is as racist as it feels. But Because I still think that Ryan Murphy has a very interesting way of handling diversity on Glee.
Okay, so you brought it up twice, so let's talk about Glee.
I just think that he tends towards... I think he tends towards stereotypes. I don't think he actually knows how to make a character that doesn't fit the stereotypical mold. I think he tries to make a stereotype likable. But I think that Kurt Hummel is just the stereotypical...
Gay.
Yeah. When you had, what's her face on, the black girl?
Amber Riley, who won Dancing with the Stars. Woohoo!
Woo! Congrats! She was kind of the stereotypical sassy black girl. Rachel had many very Jewish, yeah. The jocks are very jock. They're, you're not running into a jock who secretly is also hoping to become a biochemist or something like that. You're not running into anything that's a surprising character, a revelation or whatever. But he does make them likable, so I don't know whether or not that's a bad thing that he does that. It's an interesting way to play with stereotypes, but I don't think he actually embraces diversity as much as he embraces stereotypes. If that makes sense.
Yes.
And that's kind of been a little bit of an issue with me, is that the gay guys on his show are just gay guys. Blaine's the least gay guy on there, and he's still definitely gay guy. Other than the closeted jock gay guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a stereotypical closeted jock gay guy. You don't have, like, a jock who happens to be gay and is fine with it. You don't have, although the Asian girl who used to stutter.
Fake stutter.
And
then became goth.
Yeah. She kind of works
and then
against
became
type.
a hag.
Yeah, she kind of works against type a little bit, but I think that's partially because they've never figured out what kind of character to make her, too.
They don't know what to do with her.
Yeah, which is a shame because I actually really like her. But she's just mercurial and not in a complimentary way. And I don't know anything else that Ryan Murphy's done other than those two shows.
The New Normal.
Oh, The New Normal.
That was so
stereotypes.
See, that was so...
Do you see what I'm talking about? I'm not sure that Ryan Murphy knows how to write outside of stereotypes. And that's part of the reason why I couldn't tell whether or not in American Goth or American Horror Story if it was kind of racist stereotypes or if he actually was playing the area. Okay, because it's one thing to kind of play with stereotypes and incorporate it into a comedy. You play things bigger in a comedy anyway and stuff like that. But it's another thing when it was a serious drama type thing, and I'm still seeing these stereotypes. And really quick, back to American Horror Story. Are there such a thing as male witches?
We don't know yet.
We haven't seen any. I was like going, well, in Bewitched there were male witches. I don't know if there are in this show.
We don't know yet.
Are there any other TV shows that we've been watching?
Project Runway.
Well, I mean, of genre. I know you've been watching Sleepy Hollow.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I know you've been watching...
Dracula. Oh, I love Dracula. Oh my gosh, talk about it. It's good, interesting and good spin of the gothic horror classic. Very good. It's one of those that, it's on NBC. I don't know if anyone's seen it yet, but it's one of those shows that I even showed you like with the first 10 minutes of it, and you just sat there in disbelief going, this is on network television? because there's blood everywhere because it's Dracula. It's a good. I look forward to it all the time. I really, really like the show. I'm very pleased with it.
And what's your thoughts on Once Upon a Time? That seems to be a running theme with Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time, I'm glad that they are out of Neverland now. We saw that last week's episode, and they are now out of Neverland. Spoilers.
Oh, okay.
They defeated Peter Pan, which turns out to be he's a bad guy.
And related to everybody.
Yes, and as well as he's got another name. Not only is he Peter Pan, he was also the Pied Piper. That's how he got the Lost Boys.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That actually isn't that bad of a link there.
But I was so done with Neverland because it seems like let's walk through a dark forest at night. It was hardly any daytime scenes. It was annoying the heck out of me. So we'll have to see what comes up in January because right now they just had their fall thing.
Now, have you been watching it all? The other one?
Once Upon a Time Wonderland? Yeah, I had to switch that to the back bedroom. I actually like Once Upon a Time Wonderland. What I'm having a hard time with is the Queen of Hearts. I don't like that actress. And she's annoying me and it's bothering me.
Did I get to see the Queen of Hearts in that first episode?
Yes. She's the one with
like
the
her?
really pumped up, horrible duck lips.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, and it's just disgusting and it's gross.
Maybe that's why I was picturing entirely, because I knew the actress I was picturing was the wrong actress, and I would love it if it was this actress. The one that does all those, what's-his-face movies, Best of Show, The Mighty Wind.
Oh, yeah,
the blonde one.
Yes.
The
I
blonde
can't
one.
think of her name. She's on Two Broke Girls.
And I love her.
Yeah, I can't think of her
Yeah,
name
she's
right
the
now.
Russian lady on Two Broke Girls, or whatever. Yes. And I
Great
think,
actress, but I can't remember her name.
and I would love to see her play, like, an evil Queen of Hearts or whatever. That'd be hilarious.
But I do like Wonderland. It is good. It's just that the Queen of Hearts just annoys the heck out of me. That every time she's on, I get irked. And you know how I am when I get irked.
Yeah, I've heard. Well, actually, I've kind of just passed over because I don't watch the show, so I don't follow much of what people talk about it. But I think I've heard people saying that the show should almost be renamed just Jack of Hearts. That his character is so central that there doesn't seem to be anything else worth watching on the show, or anything else to watch, or his is the only thing that is worth watching on the show, and they really should just turn it all over to him, and that the rest of the show isn't good. But I haven't been able to figure out what they mean because I don't follow along since I'm not watching it. But yeah, that kind of, I think, catches us up on most TV stuff. I mean, I already went on it. Well, hey, okay, what's your opinion of the Doctor Who stuff?
I liked it. It was good.
Way to be enthused.
I know. Well, honey, it's been over a week.
I know.
I've moved on. I'm not like you. I have moved on from Doctor Who because it's already been over a week. It was a good episode. I really liked it. I got excited when they showed all 13 doctors around Gallifrey. I was like, hey, look at that, yay! But
you even went woo or whatever when you saw Eccleston.
I know. I've always liked Eccleston. Before, you showed me the first episode of the new reboot of Doctor Who, and I saw it was Eccleston. I got excited because I always liked Eccleston. I think he's a good actor.
He is.
Yes,
he is.
He is.
And I really wish that they had managed to talk him into just
even
just a minute
cameo.
Yeah, just a minute.
Walk in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one thing I was disappointed in, but I will tell you that in a little while because.
Hey, look, it's Samurai Comics. Look, you can even see their phone number, kind of, maybe. So we're waving at Samurai Comics, and of course, if you're catching this as the audio podcast, you're not seeing anything that we're doing when we do that. But trust me, we just drove by Samurai Comics, and they're just right down the street from us.
Yeah, but I'm...
Now you're not going to be able to,
No.
yeah. But that's okay. We'll just go to 16th and it'll be fine. But just right before 12th Street on the south side of Camelback. Samurai Comics. There for all your comic book needs. Ding! But one thing that annoyed you with Doctor Who?
I don't know if annoyed or disappointed in is the fact that aside from Clara and Rose, even though she wasn't Rose,
Yeah.
they didn't show any of the other companions.
Yeah, there was a great moment when we could have at least seen Martha.
Because Martha works for UNIT.
Right.
And he was dealing with UNIT.
Yeah.
Or they were dealing with UNIT.
Yeah.
And they also could have done something with Captain Jack, because he used the
time
cuff
Yeah.
that Captain Jack had.
Yeah. And they could have involved, going old school Lear, they could have involved Joe Grant, because if I recall correctly, Joe worked for UNIT also. And Joe's still around. She showed up on the adventures of Sarah Jane. Or
Yeah.
Sarah Jane Adventures. She appeared on an episode there. So we know that the actress is still around. And still friendly with the whole Doctor Who franchise. But yeah, that was kind of odd how there wasn't that much. But at the same time, I will say this. Not putting all that stuff in there, I think actually helped it feel more organic. More like just, this is an actual story.
Yeah, compared to, let's bring everybody out of the woodwork.
Yeah, as compared to actually their season finales, when they wedge every character from the entire season into the finale, whether it matters or not. This, they actually kept a nice, natural seeming story and didn't try to force characters in just because, oh, we know people would like that. So that was nice. The one main miss for me was Eccleston, because it wouldn't have been wedging at all. He fits right in there. You could have given him just a cameo of the regeneration or something like that. It's a natural fit. But other than that, yeah, I didn't mind too badly. They gave us a whole bunch of references to the others, so that was nice.
Yes.
And like I said, I still love the fact that Brigadier's daughter is now working with UNIT. So, yay.
So we'll have to see the Christmas special will be coming in a couple weeks.
Yeah?
And where Matt Smith goes away and we get a new doctor. I can't think of his name.
I know, and normally I can think of his name. I want to say Picaldi, but it's not Picaldi.
It starts with a P, I thought.
Ah, yeah.
Anyways, we get a new doctor.
Yes.
It's time for regeneration, which will be doctor number 14.
Well, 13 or 14. There's still debate on that.
I don't care what Moffat says. The way he had it down and the way that the picture shows
that
on the Doctor Who website.
There's now insert the War Doctor is in there.
The War Doctor is number 10. It was number 9, and then everybody got moved up.
Yeah.
So 10 it is. Eccleston is 10. 10 it is 11. Smith
is 12.
12, and then this Doctor
Picaldi, something like that, would be
13.
13. Although he says that Tennant used a regeneration, so Tennant actually was 11 and 12. And that would make Smith 13 and puts us at the end, even though I go, well, Matt Smith's doctor already poo-pooed that on the Sarah Jane Adventures, so I don't know. But yeah, I think that kind of catches us up on TV.
Yep.
Watch Dr. Grandpa. Dr. Grandpa.
Uncle Grandpa! I love Uncle Grandpa! Good morning!
You know, that was over a week ago and you're still excited about that.
I love Uncle Grandpa. I like Steven's Universe as well, but Uncle Grandpa is all that and more.
Howdy. Hey. Edward here. So you can see, let me focus me a little better. Okay, so you can see Joseph's not here right now. And we didn't finish everything yesterday because breakfast, then I had to get ready for work and went to work, and then it was some birthday stuff, and so now finishing up crap today, but today Joseph has busy stuff with Joshua Tree, so he can't be here to finish up. So it's me. But we are pretty much, I think, finished for the day. I do have, well, I have a bumper.
Comic books, yeah!
Yay! Look at me with comic book news. However, I mean, it's not like, hey, this is a new comic book that's out. Let's go get it. But no, I don't have that. But do have two interesting little tidbits of Wonder Woman news. First, the Smithsonian put out a list of items that they say are the 101 items that made America, or something along those lines. If you go to their website, you'll see this. And Wonder Woman Comics #1 is included in the 101 items. It is the only comic book item. It is one of, if I recall correctly, only 3 fictional characters, too, to be included. Superman didn't make it, Spider-Man didn't make it, Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse, and now admittedly they chose items, okay? So it's not the character Wonder Woman, it's the comic book Wonder Woman #1. Which is remarkable because it did mark a successful foray early on into showing that, hey, here's a woman who can do the same thing the men can and fight off things with cool little bracelets, and a tiara. That is actually just one of the coolest things to have come out, just because, wow, who would have, you know, out of all of those things, you would have thought Mickey Mouse, something related to Mickey Mouse, something related to Superman, like Action Comics #1, something along those lines. It's remarkable that out of all the things that they have there and all the items, they chose Wonder Woman Comics #1 instead, which came out like about 3 years after Action Comics #1, I believe. She first appeared, well, she didn't first appear in Sensation #1. She actually appeared in, I believe, like All-Star Comics 13 or something, but just as a promo page. Her first real appearance was Sensation Comics #1. And then that led to Wonder Woman #1. She's one of the big 3 at DC Comics, with Superman and Batman. Superman had a successful comic strip for many years. Batman had a successful comic strip for many years. Something that people don't realize, Wonder Woman also had a comic strip. Questionable on whether it was successful or not. It didn't run as long as Batman and Superman's. Sadly, no one has ever collected it. Kitchen Sink Press has put together the Superman and the Batman dailies and the Sundays, but no one has gathered together the Wonder Woman comic strips, and I would love to see what that was. But that is part 1 of the Wonder Woman news, and then part 2, which I have to check here real quick because I am really bad with names, as we all know. So we now know that, or fairly well know, well, the next Superman movie is going to be Superman vs. Batman, or Batman vs. Superman. I don't remember what order that is, with Ben Affleck and as Batman, and then what's his face as Superman. Again, I'm really bad at names. But Batman versus Superman. Interestingly enough, though, they have cast a Wonder Woman who will appear in that movie, or so it seems. It seems like Wonder Woman has been set for that movie, which is interesting because who knew Wonder Woman was even going to be in that movie? They found an actress named Gal Gadot. I want to say Gadot because I want to pronounce it like French or something, but it's Galgadot, and she's an Israeli actress, so she does have a bit of an exotic look. I would have went Greek, but she does have an exotic look, and she's been in something. Why can I not find... I'm wanting to say that she was in one of the Fast and the Furious movies. But, and Henry Cavill. Look at that. I just found out the name of Superman. You'd think I'd remember things like that. But I don't. But she does... she was in Fast and Furious 6. Yay! So, I'm gonna... There we go. Bring up just a touch of light. So we now have a Wonder Woman. She looks good. She does need to, like, bulk up. Hopefully they will get her into one hell of an exercise regimen. But she does have an exotic look. She has... she looks good. She has great facial structure. She wasn't my first choice, but then again, I know my first choice would never have been chosen. Just like if they ever come up with when they cast the Fantastic Four movie, I know my first choice for Reed Richards will never be considered. So, that said, alright, this is good. So, a nice little set of 2 Wonder Woman bits of news. Yay! Don't really have any gay shows or gay news really going on at this moment. We've been watching Project Runway, but it's an all-stars. I can't believe that one guy is still around. But see, this is where I need Joseph over here because I can't remember the names of anyone. Anyone. So, I think that will be where I kind of tie this up this week. I would love to thank you all for supporting and being here for the relaunch, which happened a day late, like I predicted in the last mini episode. I told you. Again, Joshua Tree Feeding Program, if you are interested in helping out, they are a non-profit organization that helps people with HIV and AIDS get food. Their website is www.jtfp.org. They're, like I said, all volunteer. Any assistance you can give, whether it be money, food, time, something else that they could possibly use, all will be greatly appreciated. I'd also love to give a great shout out to Bitsy Mamas. Got to see Lulu, yay! If you get a chance and you're in the downtown Glendale area, go stop by, get some good food. And downtown Glendale is going to be having their Glendale Glitters with all the trees and the lights and everything coming up soon, so there's another thing for you to go see down there. And just down the way, you'll get to go to Drawn 2 Comics with Ken. Say hi to Ken. And otherwise, if you're in the Phoenix area, check out Samurai Comics. They're my buddies. You saw the location I go to, or you heard me talk about the location I go to, just short of 12th Street on the south side of Camelback. There's 2 other locations, one further out west in the Glendale area, one more in the Mesa area. I don't know those addresses. I never needed to go there. So, but you can check those out. Bitsy Mamas. And Pop, 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 Samurai Comics. They have websites, so feel free to look them up. Also, shout out to Gini Koch. You guys travel safely this weekend. Take care of Joseph. He's a delicate little flower. Just a delicate little flower. And so, until next week, thank you, thank you, thank you. Leave comments, leave questions, leave favorable reviews. Check us out on iTunes. 5-star reviews really help us out a lot. Yes, they do. Hi again, Stewie Monster fan. Glad to see you're still around. And toodles!
Every day I wake up and don't have any fun. Every day a gray cloud seems to cover up the sun. People run away and hide when I walk down the street. Life when you're a monster's not too neat. I know I'm loud and I sound like a crowd or maybe two. What can I do? I can't help it. I'm feeling glum, 'cause I'm dumb, and I'm clumsy through and through. What can I do? I can't help it. Please don't get sore if I smash down your door, or yell and roar and wreck your floor. That's what monsters are for. Wish I were less of a messy, destructive sort of pest. I need a rest, but I can't help it. I'm sorry about that. Uh-oh, I think I broke it. Hey, who put that thing there? When I get low, you folks give me a glow. It's great to know you love me so. Hey, where did everyone go? I know you flee when you see me. You run away in groups, but I don't. Oops. I just can't help it.
Okay, I fully acknowledge I had absolutely no idea what to use for the music, for the closing music. So that's Harry Monster, because as I was flipping through, I was like listening to that in the background and finding it to be adorable, and while still looking for something else to play, and I'm like, screw it, this is an adorable song. So Harry Monster from Sesame Street, you get to close out our show this week. Again, I want to thank everybody. I want to give special thanks to Lulu and Chris over at Bitsy Mamas, because yay, you gave me food. Yay. Also, before I forget, if you are in the Phoenix area and you would like to indulge yourself in karaoke on a Tuesday, there is a place called The Hidden House. It's over around 7th Avenue and Osborne. I'm sure you can look it up. It does have a page on Facebook. And the hostess there, her name is Amber, treated me very well last night. Fun little crowd. If you're ever wondering, hey, you know, that crowd that goes to Rocky Horror Show, they're really fun, but I really wish I could find a group like that who didn't sing Rocky Horror Picture Shows all day long. Songs. Well, there you go. Go there. Fun little crowd. They're not a single Rocky Horror Picture Show song came up. So, yay! Thank you, Justin. Yay, you know what you did. I thank you very much. And also, just a quick little thing because it has nothing to do with anything. But if anybody out there knows of a Christopher Talley or Chris Whitaker, they were a couple, they're from Utah. If you know them, give them a heads up from me, direct them my way. I'm really curious how they're doing. They were really nice, I liked them. As well as a Wilfredo Correa, who was in New York. He traveled with Ringling Brothers for a little while with the LA squad, and he and I like kind of hung out for a while I was in the circus. He was in the circus more, I was just there. I mean, I got paid, so I guess I was in the circus, but I wasn't like, you're not gonna see me doing anything. I just had a jumpsuit and stepped in elephant poo. But so if anyone knows any of those three guys, send them my way. Give me a heads up. I'd love to know how they're doing. So until next week, take it easy. Bye.
Okay, I know this has nothing to do with what we were just talking about, which was American Horror Story Coven. But look, I got breakfast. Well, actually, if you're listening, you can't see because listening is listening. But it's eggs and hash browns and ham and sausage and bacon, and over here's my pancakes with syrup. And Joseph got something Mexican.
Green chili omelet.
Green chili omelet. There we go. So, I don't know why I moved the camera when I said the word as if like the camera was excited. But, so, I just thought I would share that. I'm really surprised we don't hear Lulu in the background.
She's at the counter.
Yeah, but that doesn't normally stop us from hearing her. She's loud.